Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about the Flood of Mars. For 2 colorless, 2 blue, it's a creature, alien, zombie, horror, 3/3 with Island Walk, and water always wins. Whenever the Flood of Mars attacks, put a flood counter on another target creature or land. If it's a creature, it becomes a copy of the Flood of Mars. If it's a land, it becomes an island in addition to its other types. So apart from the weird name that seems to imply that this would be a sorcery or a saga or something, this is an absolutely amazing card. It's super cool design, it's really out there, and you're going to be able to do lots of different things with doublers and copying effects with this. You're going to be able to go absolutely nuts. And again, it's a card that's going to demand an answer very quickly or it's going to get really out of hand. So as long as you have a few creatures out, you can make token copies of this and they all retain the original one's ability. So a common play pattern we're going to see is that the first time you attack with this, you're going to attack with another creature, and if there's an opponent with an island out, and there probably is going to be, then you can just put the flood counter on the other creature, which means that both of them are going to be unblockable and they're going to hit for 6 damage. The next turn, they're both going to trigger, so you can make 2 more copies of the Flood of Mars, and again, it's just going to grow exponentially. If somebody doesn't have an island on the battlefield, then you can just use that first trigger to make an island and then do the same, and then get the train rolling the next turn by making copies of the Flood of Mars. It can also be incredibly unfun once you've got a bunch of copies of this out, because then you can just start turning everybody's lands into islands, and if that player isn't playing blue, you're literally locking them out of the game. So that aspect of it is not the most fun, but it does take so long to get going to do that I think it's fine. I just like that this is a kind of finisher that we've never seen in blue. It's an effect that can give blue its own sense of inevitability and upgrade blue creatures that have maybe already done their job by triggering their ETB or something. Say you have a Snapcaster Mage lying around that's already let you cast an extra spell, then you can just use the Flood of Mars to upgrade it into a 3/3 unblockable that's going to make another 3/3 next turn. It just seems like a great way to reuse creatures that have already outlived their use or have already provided enough value. It's obviously very good in any deck with a bunch of tokens in it, because those tokens again are going to be upgraded exponentially by becoming 3/3 unblockables. That can finish the game very quickly if the opponent doesn't have a board wipe, because again, removing just one Flood of Mars isn't going to do the trick. You're going to have to remove all of the copies. So if you haven't killed this before it attacks for the first time, it's probably going to be very difficult to deal with. That makes me think that this actually has a decent bit of potential despite being a 4-drop that doesn't immediately provide any value. That's usually not good enough for Commander, but I don't know. I just feel like in certain metas that are very on board and where things tend to get stored, having a 3/3 unblockable that makes copies of itself every turn seems pretty decent. But again, I might be overvaluing this just because of the coolness factor. I do think it's an awesome card. What do you think about this one? Am I thinking too highly of it? Do you think it will ever see any play? Let me know. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!